We're going to add the scaffolding tool, but there's a couple things I want to do first. Let's go ahead and talk about the folder where the project is stored. You can actually find that by looking at your project, right-clicking, and going to Properties. Oops, I'm sorry. Right-click and go to Open File in Explorer. And here you'll actually see your project. You have to be careful. You can't back out too far because you actually don't have permissions to manipulate the file in the repository. But if you click here and highlight both your files, right-click, Send to Compressed Folder. This allows you to actually take your entire project and zip it up so you can actually send it to me or a professor or whoever to maybe help you with the project if you're running into any problems. If the file's too big, you can use OneDrive or Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever you want, to actually create a link, a shared link, and then send that in an email to your professor, tutor, helper, or whatever. So let's go ahead. I'm going to delete that for right now. Also, we are going to be looking for specific files here, but you'll notice that they've hidden the extensions. This is a built-in feature by default of Windows. It hides known file extensions. So we're going to change that behavior. Go up to View, over here to Options, and then under View, you'll actually see Hide Extensions for Known File Types. Remove that checkbox, click Apply, select OK, and now you'll actually see the file extensions in all your files. We're actually going to be making changes to the spcollege.cs proj by adding a couple of scaffolding tools that Microsoft provides, which are the web.codegeneration design and web.codegeneration utils package manager projects or packages. So let's go to Tools, and let's go to our NuGet Package Manager and type or click on the Package Manager console. I'll open it up here, give me a little bit more visual, and type the following commands. We'll be using this Package Manager console throughout these lessons. Okay. Download the design tools and then download and install the utils. Okay, in current .NET Core 2.0, there are actually some issues with these packages. So make note of which version was installed of your utils and design packages, in this case 2.0.2. What we're going to do now is create our student create, update, delete pages using the razor and scaffolding. So right click, go to Open File Explorer, and from here what we're going to do is go ahead and open a PowerShell window. Let me shrink that a little bit. We're going to type the following commands. There is a bug here. You may or may not experience this bug depending on when you do the scaffold relative to what version you have. I'm running 2.0.2. Okay. Next, I'm going to actually type this command, type it exactly as you see it here. Okay. Go ahead and pause here, type it out, go ahead and run it. At any point you see an error in this stage, you can actually go over to your pages. Hang on, I'll show you that real quick. Let's go ahead and close this. What that did, that scaffold process, is created these razor pages that we're going to use for our create, read, update, and delete commands. But you can actually right-click, delete that, and then run that command again to try to resolve any issues that you might have. In the event that you did have an issue, go ahead and delete this code, right click, delete, and verify that your project, open this with Notepad, has these references and has the version that you downloaded earlier in the NuGet Package Manager. Go ahead and pause this if you don't have those two lines. Go ahead and save the file, close, and then what we're going to do is do the same thing. We're going to go back into our PowerShell, run that command again, and that's, I can go ahead and, I'll just leave that open for now. Go back over and I can see that my pages are created for students. However, when I try to compile or actually run the project, you'll actually see that I received errors. This is where the bug is. This is a known bug with the version that I'm currently using. And basically all you have to do is find all references to underscore context.student, do a global find replace, and you'll see that those errors will eventually all go away. And the reason it's happening is if you go over to your school context, what it's trying to do is run the service, and it's not able to find students or student because student doesn't exist. It's plural here. So again, just go ahead and add, again, there's 7 instances. You can do a global find replace, just go to each error and replace it. Then we're good to go. You can then run your project. And now you'll see that you can access your students, you can edit your students, you can delete your students, and so on.